Oh, the two monitor method. The two monitor method. It's great for recording because I can go full screen and not worry too much. At the same time, it sucks because half the time I won't notice subtle things like my microphone wasn't on when I recorded. Anyway, chapter 6 is going to be a short one because we're going to skip the adult stuff, obviously, because YouTube. I would just go for it and edit it out, but you guys can view that stuff on your own time if you actually decide to get the game, or just find somebody that has it. Besides, the first one is obviously lewd, and the second one I don't approve of. Anyway, chapter 6. Closure. I agreed to wipe off Go's body since he can't use his hands. The both of us are alone in the storeroom. It's probably still embarrassing for him even though we're both guys, so I take him to the dark windowless room out of modest consideration. Now then, I'll help you get your clothes off. Sure. While being mindful of his hands, I undress him. For now, Go is just in his underwear. Go's body's exposed in the dim light. Taking a second look, he has a considerably rugged figure. I'll wipe off your arms. Facing Go, I grab his right wrist with my left hand and wipe it with a wet towel in my right hand. I carefully go back and forth many times with more strength so I don't leave behind any dirty fur. Go silently watches, looking embarrassed while his arms are being wiped. Anyways, now that I'm directly feeling them, the solid firmness in his arms is clear to me. The bulging muscles I see don't just seem to be for show. Do you work out regularly? Well, I carry around huge containers of ingredients and water just about every day. I'd like to play baseball again, too. Corporate baseball? Yeah. I don't have enough clout to put together a team right now, but someday I hope to get enough people together and make one and compete against other teams from other regions. And that's why Yujiro and I keep training when we have the time. Oh, you want to play baseball too? I just get in the way. It's just for fun. Wouldn't it feel good to get some exercise? You should think about playing sports to blow off some of that excess horniness. What? Hey, if anything, I think that would increase the horniness. Don't make me out to be some kind of nympho. I know what you're really like. When you're having naughty thoughts, you have a habit of licking your lips. I've seen through you these past few days. What? That's not my tell. What? Are you serious? Of course not. Hey. If I really did have a habit like that, Go would have found out my ulterior motive with him sitting in front of me half naked. Anyways, it would really help me if you would join my team. Well, I'll think about it. Sure, please do. Go really likes baseball. Next, I'll do your back. Alright. After I'm done wiping off both his arms, chest, and stomach, I go around and start on his back. His back is also bulging with muscles, and his broad shoulders give me the impression that he was born with natural masculinity. If finish wiping his back as well. Now I'm pretty much done with his upper body. After this is his lower half. Stop. I don't know why this is at the bottom. Usually the no option is at the top, but stop. No, I shouldn't. I can't get carried away and forget why I'm doing this. I'll keep wiping. Sure. After that, I finished wiping the lower half of his body with the wet towel and then got him dressed in his sleeping clothes in his room. Because he just goes to sleep after that, my job here is done. I hesitantly leave Go behind and exit the restaurant alone. Past noon. In contrast to the cool breeze, not subtle, are you? My crotch that had failed to release its own lust is still hot and standing tall. Not subtle. Oh yeah, I wonder what Yamato-san is up to. How is he able to feed Go that poisoned bento and pretend not to know about it? Go said to let it be, but is that really okay to do? Again, skipping. Even though this does give a bit story. Do what Go says. No. Go told me to leave that person alone. I shouldn't complain. I'll just go home and off. See, if this was Game Grumps, they could get away with this. I return to Sosuke's house and engross myself in, again, not subtle, while remembering Go. I also ate dinner there and went to bed that day feeling gloomy. The following day, when I go to the lounge out of concern for Go, I catch him leaving the restaurant. Hey, Brandon. Go, where are you going? The clinic. I have to get my hands checked out. Do you want me to go with you? No, I'll be fine. Instead, go tell Yujiro that we're taking a break from the restaurant for a while. Got it. Oh yeah, the restaurant isn't going to be open for some time. At least until Go's hands are all healed up. Don't make that face. It's just a short break. My restaurant will be fine. After we reopen, it'll be back to its old self. Alright. I think he's feeling better. When I believe Go is going to pull through, I feel somewhat confident too. Even if his opponent is that Black Cat Cafe. Again, honestly, I feel like I would gladly revise this text. And if I knew how Unity worked, or heck, I think this is like Unity plus Ren'Py. If I knew how those two worked, I would edit this. I would revise the text. Okay, I'm heading out. Please call Yujiro. Sure, be careful. Before too long, the weekend came, but the Harusu giant didn't. I was convinced that Go's plan somehow worked. And as for Go's persuading Yujiro-kun's parents, it seems he was successful in postponing their move. They're bound to decide not to move once they realize the Harusu giant won't appear anymore. Ghosts seem to be very glad that they're staying in the village for at least a little longer. I'm sure Yujiro-kun and his family will be staying in the village when all is said and done. And then there's the Black Cat Cafe. It's still as popular as ever, but it doesn't seem to be getting all the local customers. Conservative country folk are wary of new things that come from the outside. Are they? I feel like I would have used different wording. But, When intervening in the country, you need to be quick to adapt and sharp wit to understand the locals as soon as possible. The business style of the Black Cat Cafe wasn't very experienced with these villagers in the first place, and it didn't seem to be very welcome here. Now that the Furusu Giant is gone, it's hard to be optimistic about tourism here. I wonder what will happen to the Black Cat Cafe once tourism slows down and can no longer rely on local customers. Will he try another approach to snatch away the local business? When that time comes, I still hope to be on Go's side. Yeah, short. Very short, because I skipped the two not safe for work scenes. So, the first one is obviously not safe for work, and essentially Go just finds out more about Kugo. The second is Yamato basically explains how he got Go to eat the bento, and I don't approve of the scene there because I personally don't, because that one is we blackmail Yamato so that we won't tell him, so that we don't tell the villagers the truth. You can use your imagination as to what happened there. Anyway, we're done.